recipes that are fast, easy. They take very little preparation in the kitchen. And I also like things that are very nutritious. Now I know I'm supposed to be eating my greens. Sometimes I don't like to eat greens. I know I should be eating sweet potatoes, which are some of the most nutritious foods there are. You can eat both the root and the greens. And a lot of times I just don't like cooking. This recipe here is really easy and it tastes so good that it motivates you. It has lots of nutrition, it's slightly sweet, and it's just beautiful. So I'm going to show you how to fix it. This is called AfricanDelight, and the first step is to put your sweet potatoes in the oven to bake. You want them well baked before you start this recipe. So I'm going to put them in the pan and stick them in the oven. I'm going to put 2 of them in a little pan. We're going to stick these in the oven to cook. A lot of people make a distinction between sweet potatoes and yams. This recipe, it really doesn't matter. I'm going to use the ones that my mother-in-law likes to use because these have a lot of color in them, and this recipe came from her. So we're going to put these in the oven at 350 degrees for about 45-50 minutes till they're really soft. While I wait for those to cook, I'm going to prepare my other ingredients. This is a regular onion. And I'm going to cut it up into little chunks. Now I have a nice little bunch of kale, and what I'm going to do is run my hand up the spine and remove that, and then tear it into little pieces. And you can adjust the amount that you use depending on how many people you're going to be feeding and how hungry you are. Now my sweet potatoes are done. I'm going to cut them up into little chunks so they'll be ready to put in the dish. Now you want a large skillet, and here's my onion. I'm going to put the onion in the pan. 1/4 of a teaspoon of paprika. This is the Hungarian kind, which has a mild flavor. And 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. You can adjust these to taste. And then we're going to add 1 can of Great Northern beans. This is from Sprouts. It's organic canned beans. And if you have fresh ones, you can use those. And we're going to put the whole can in there. And then turn the fire on. And you want to cook this until the onions gets hot and starts cooking a little bit. When the onions start softening, then you'll know that it's ready free to add the other ingredients. Now I'm going to turn the fire down and put the lid on it for a couple of minutes. Okay, now this is ready. I'm going to add the kale. And my sweet potatoes. And turn the heat down, and I'm going to put the lid on it again. Give it enough time to let the kale kind of start wilting and cooking. This is how it looks after a couple minutes. I'm going to put the lid on again and give it a couple more minutes. The kale is tender and it's now ready to eat. Isn't that beautiful? It makes such a colorful dish and it is so delicious.